my friends, Misty here with 21st Century, and today we're going to do mixed media, and that's something that we can all enjoy because, well, I think hopefully you all enjoy everything that we're doing here, but as we know, media is the material that we use to create our masterpieces. So what we're going to do is use anything that you choose. I may use crayon, pencil, markers, I don't know, whatever else I can think of, pens. So I'm going to kind of leave this up to you. Whatever materials that you have that you would like to use, you can use them. And we're going to just do some scribbles. We might do some other drawings. We might maybe learn how to do a dolphin or something fun like that because it's really hot and dolphins are in the water. So that might make us feel cool because it's supposed to be a really hot week. So I thought we could do just, have some fun with all kinds of mixed media today. So that's what our plan is. And I hope you all are doing great and enjoying your summer, staying cool. Right now it's pretty nice outside. I'm out here and in my backyard with my canopy and making sure that my plants are all watered. And of course we all need our water, but I don't need to tell you that because you're all really smart. So we're gonna do some mixed media art today and I will see you over at the drawing table. Hi my friends, here we are at the drawing table. And remember, like I said, it's not actually my drawing table. It is a foam board, and I got this at Dollar Tree. And they're pretty neat because they're kind of soft. So if you actually wanted to pin something down, like a piece of paper, and you had like a thumbtack, you could do it that way. Or like what I do is I just use tape. So I've got a piece of paper here, and I just literally grabbed some of my mixed media. So I've got crayons, colored pencils, markers, I have a regular pencil, and I have just a plain old ink pen. Because I know a lot of you guys like to draw with just ink pens, and actually those are really cool. There are some really amazing artists out there who use color, crayons, and colored or just black or blue ink pens, just the kinds that you write with. So as you can see, you can use just about any kind of media to create or to make your art masterpiece. So what I did ahead of time is I just did a dolphin and I did another one going the other direction. So as you can see, a dolphin is really neat lines, and it's just basically curved lines. It's just curved like either like a crescent moon or maybe like a banana. And then it has its tail, it has a fin up there, and then one fin here. We could do another fin here, and then an eye, and then of course the blowhole. That's where the water comes out. And that's what I did on this one. I pretended that this one, and see how I kind of almost made a, oops, I made a mistake, but it's okay. It doesn't matter because we can always work in, even if we think it's a mistake, it's still part of our art, isn't it? Yeah. Which makes art really cool. So I made this with some water coming out, and I chose a dolphin to do today because it is so hot, and I just thought this thinking about dolphins is kind of cool. Huh, literally cool, get it? So I'm gonna take my pencil, and for my dolphin, I'm gonna start with a curved line like this. And we have done this in our after-school program when we were all meeting together too. So some of you might remember doing this, some of you might not, and some of you might even have other ideas. So I'm going to start with just the line there, and this is the blowhole. And then what I'm going to do is make his forehead. Yes, I think they have foreheads. And then that would be the kind of like the nose and the mouth. Make an eye. So I still have just like one curved line that can come all the way around here, and like this, it comes out where the kind of almost want to say a beak. Not really a beak, is it? Because it is not a bird. So then I come up this way, so I'm still kind of following the same curvature, the same way that that one moves. And then I'm going to come down here and I'll make a fin. And then I'm going to follow, if I pretend to like follow across here, that's how we can kind of make it where it matches up. And then down here is going to be his big tail. Dolphins have really big tails. You know why? I'll bet you do, because they propel them through the water. It's almost like, I don't know if anybody out there has ever used swim fins to swim with. Maybe you have, and if you have, you know how that makes you go faster, doesn't it? So then what he needs is his top fin. And there we have it. We have our dolphin. Pretty simple, actually, just basic lines. Then it's one curve here, and then another curve here. And then it just comes around like that, and lots of curves. And I don't see any straight lines in there, do you? And that's kind of cool. So then I'm going to take my black pen, just a black pen. I got these at Dollar Tree too. Dollar Tree is pretty cool for just getting really fun supplies. And so want the eye. Now remember, we have the eye, there's a highlight in there, isn't there? It's not just all dark, because the highlight is what reflects the light. So I'm going to give my dolphin eyelashes. Would a real dolphin have eyelashes? No, probably not. I don't really know. But there's that part of the dolphin. So far, we've used mixed media pencil and pen. And then I'm going to use, just grabbing markers. I'm just actually grabbing just whatever kind of strikes my fancy as I go along. So now that I have my pencil, I'm going to go over it with a marker. And you can see as I go over the pencil, it's not exactly on the same line, is it? And again, does that matter? Nope. Because in art, it is not perfection. Art is all about creativity, and creativity is not perfect. In fact, I have never done anything that's perfect. I don't think there is anything that's perfect. So if I wanted to erase that, I could do that later. I'm going to leave that just for now, and I'm going to just make that little blowhole there. And then I do have, I'm going to use a crayon now. Just a kind of a color is this? Sky blue. So I'm going to use a sky blue crayon, and I'm going to pretend that he's going to have water coming into that blowhole. And then if I wanted to make waves on here, so I can go across there. And what's cool about when we use mixed media is that when we use markers and crayons together, they really do work well together. It's really fun just experimenting. And you guys can experiment with all kinds of different things. I've got my crayons, I've got markers, I've got my pen and pencil. I do have colored pencils, which I did not use. I could do that a little bit. So I will actually put a little colored pencil over the top. Almost is the same color as the one underneath, isn't it? And we can shade it any way you want, if you want to shade it, or if you just want to leave it the way it is. But there is our dolphin. So as I said, it's curves, lots of curves, and you can just kind of go over it back and forth. And you can even just make that a curve, and then more curves here, and then his nose. I remember I called it a beak. It's not a beak. And then his eye. And if we want to add a little bit of a color there. So there we have it. There's our simple dolphin. And if you wanted to add more color or designs to it, you could do that. You could do some of the circle swirls that we did before. You could do the stippling. Although if you're going to do stippling, remember we would do marker, because a marker works a lot better, doesn't it? So there you go. I hope you enjoyed making your dolphin, and then see how they do not look the same. And that's okay, because if you were to draw the same dolphin over and over and over again, guess what? It would never look the same. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And happy creating and happy masterpiece making. All right, I will see you next time. Hi, my friends. Misty here again. I hope you enjoyed that and had as much fun as I did. I always have fun drawing, creating, painting with you guys, because I think that art brings us all together in so many ways. It's a way that we can relax ourselves. It's a way that we can make ourselves happy. It's a way that we can just, like I said, just have fun with it. And like I always say, you can change the world with art. And I just love the wonderful masterpieces that you always do. And I hope that you enjoy all kinds of mixed media, like maybe one of your favorites is watercolor, maybe it's pencil, maybe it's just black and white, maybe you don't like to do color right now. But the fun thing about art is it's always experimenting, and it's kind of like a science project, because whatever we choose to do with art it's an experiment. Like sometimes I might try two different medium together, and it's like, that didn't really work together, or wow, that really came out awesome. So the fun thing and the beauty of art is to always create, always to think outside the box, yes, and just really have a lot of fun with it. And like I said again, I'm repeating myself, but you can change the world with art. It's amazing what you can do just by painting or drawing something. And you never know, that drawing or painting might make somebody else feel really happy too. All right, I will see you next time. Have a great, great week.